We are at the Leatherman Factory store. This is in Portland, Oregon, in a mall right by the airport. We call it Cascade Center, and they're open weekdays and weekends. So here's the address and everything, so that you can understand what that is. And we'll go in. What we get to see here is they always have some pretty knowledgeable people in the showroom. We have like the Leatherman art over there. Established in 1983. I bought my first Leatherman tool when I was in the Marine Corps. I'd say around 1988, 89. I bought my first regular Leatherman model. It's a good showroom where you get to see the newest and best from Leatherman. They tend to have stuff in stock here, so sometimes if it's harder to get anywhere else, they'll have it in stock here. You can see like the Mutt, which is kind of hard to get, or the Mutt EOD, which is one of the harder models to get a hold of. OHT, which I believe is a newer model. They occasionally will discount these, military discount, that sort of thing. But for the most part, not to compete badly with the retailers. You are at retail at this place. However, there's no sales tax in Oregon. So basically, the Cascade Center Mall acts as a large duty-free shop. So there's no tax here. We can look a little bit at some of their newer models. And then, of course, some of Tim Leatherman's original prototypes. Interestingly, these were made, we can see how he cannibalized a pair of Sears Craftsman pliers for one of the original prototypes here. Really interesting to see Tim Leatherman's original prototypes. And of course, the original tools, I still have mine somewhere. I got turned out of the company when I broke the pliers, and they basically, I sent it back in on warranty, and they sent it back totally rebuilt. So this is one of their newest items. It's basically an EMT shear on steroids. Got a lot of things. Guy was just showing me the features on it. It's got a metal cutter, obviously your EMT shears, pocket clips, it folds. The folding mechanism a little bit complex. Let's see if I can do that one-handed. I believe so. Yeah. And there we go. And so we've also got the seatbelt cutter, and I believe there's a ring cutter on this too, which is kind of an interesting item. It's the newest and best EMT shear on the market. I don't think anybody has anything that competes with that. The skateboard wrench tool, which basically has an equivalent to a Leatherman juice inside of it, so that's removable. This is a new series of kind of shooter-friendly tools. This one is basically for the ARs. It has a front sight adjustment tool, a couple of wrenches on here which match some of the popular optics, some of that stuff, and you can change some of the parts in here. So basically the screwdriver bits, they mount sideways on here. This one's what they call the shotgun version. It has a gut hook to help in cleaning animals. It has a choke wrench here, and basically kind of a multi-use choke wrench. A couple other tools for punching stuff out. And then this is the archery tool. Kind of interesting. It has a broadhead wrench built into it. Again, a gut hook for game cleaning. Little pocket snaps and lanyard things. You'll see me talk about having lanyard loops and things like that on my other videos. And these tools are not particularly expensive. You can see the cam, the rail, and they're, 40 to 60 bucks for these things. Some of the more conventional pocket knives, and their line of flashlights, which they're good flashlights. I don't get a lot of play with a lot of people. But they're good, powerful, a lot of LED and xenon-based flashlights, and a pretty broad range of them. It looks like they run anywhere from about 25 to a couple $100. They do not have specific rail mountable models, but they do have a lot of rechargeable stuff, which is kind of cool. And of course, a full series of headlamps, poor man's night vision devices, I guess, and but they get pretty complex on some of these models too. So if you're not trying to hide in the dark, they're perfectly good. And of course, larger duty flashlights, things like that. Generally, the progress over the last 20 years on duty flashlights and things like that is more powerful, more compact, with longer lasting batteries. And of course, you'll have the Leatherman wear, the t-shirts and things like that. So we could talk to Kim a little bit here. He's free for talk a little bit about some of the new products that are coming out. Anything new for the holiday season?
They're going to be coming out with a retrofitted Surge. The Surge is going to have a new jaw on it with removable wire cutters. That's the main thing that's coming out here soon. I'm sure there's going to be a few new flashes. Haven't heard anything. Most of the stuff comes out around the time of the SHOT Show, where they introduce it in Las Vegas. But yeah, that's about it right now.
Okay, great. Well, I'm going to look around at a couple individual products, and thanks for your time. I want to show people this. This is kind of interesting. Is there a story behind this? Is this?
Yeah, it's a little piece of artwork here that a local artist did for us named Richard Cawley. It is made up of old broken Leathermans or retired Leathermans there. It's supposed to represent the Super Tool 300. Mm-hmm. And there's approximately 200 pieces there, but he had done some other artwork for the Leatherman company, and we commissioned him to make this sign and this tool.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, and I'll take a look at a few things.